We're following the major stories, crime stories, the war on corruption, insurgency in the northeast by Boko Haram. 4 people were killed when 2 male and 3 female suicide bombers blew themselves up in a market in Chibok, Borno State. The attack occurred nearly 2 years after 200 girls were abducted by Boko Haram militants there. Attacks were also carried out back-to-back in Adamawa, Yobe and Borno states within the week. Data feeds still coming through in one place simultaneously. We'll focus on all the major stories on all our platforms. We're focusing on them as we speak. Now, some call them the political musketeers. River State Governor Nyesom Wike reacts to the Supreme Court's judgment that returned him as the duly elected governor. He describes the ruling as victory for the people of River State in the 7-month-old court battle. Also, the court has affirmed the election of Mr. Ibukule Amosu as governor and dismissed the petition by the PDP governorship candidate for lack of merit. The state PDP had approached the tribunal asking it to nullify the election of the governor over alleged malpractices and refusing to comply with the Electoral Act 2010 as amended. Governor Dave Umahi of Ebonyi State had his election upheld as well by the Supreme Court. What does this mean to the people of this state and the judiciary? Tweet at _Gimba Umar. You can also follow us using the hashtag State of the Nation. Let's get your thoughts on the subject. Uche Secondos is asked to step aside as the acting national chairman of the PDP. The party have also directed Professor Oladipo Adewale, who has been the party's national secretary, to resume office as the national chairman. Will this result in gains for the PDP? The Supreme Court has reaffirmed the chairmanship of Ejike Uwegwegu as the authentic state chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Anambra State. Will this mend the factional difference within the party? In the meantime, the anti-corruption war gets tougher. The EFCC promises to catch government officials and recover looted funds running into billions of dollars. But to what end? Mr. Olisa Metu, the PDP spokesman, meets the bail condition given to him by the courts. Will he finally get to the EFCC hook or get off it? It's prime time in Lagos, and this is State of the Nation. Welcome everyone in Nigeria and the rest of the world. I am Gimba Umar and this is State of the Nation. Right behind me, data feeds still coming through in one place, simultaneously on all our social media platforms. Let's get your thoughts as we progress on the program. You can be part of the show. Use the hashtag State of the Nation and tweet at _Gimba Umar. It's one word, of course. Trending now. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry has given President Muhammadu Buhari anti-corruption campaign a pass mark. The EFCC reaffirms its commitment to recover looted funds by government officials belonging to the Nigerian people. President Muhammadu Buhari has sent 2 separate bills to the National Assembly in this regard, which he hopes would heighten the fight against corruption. First is the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Bill 2016. The bill seeks to repeal the Money Laundering Act 2011 as amended in 2012 to widen the scope of money laundering offences. It also seeks to expand the scope of operation of the anti-corruption agencies, the EFCC, the ICPC and the Code of Conduct Bureau. When passed into law, Nigerians will be required to do due diligence on their customers or risk going to jail. Wilson Uwajere, the EFCC spokesperson, joins me now from Abuja. I want to thank you so much indeed for joining us at this time. What's the interpretation of this new development we're seeing? The second executive bill from President Muhammadu Buhari is the Mutual Legal Assistance in Criminal Matters Bill 2016. How do you suppose this will help the corruption campaign?
Well, it's a positive development. I am very positive that all Nigerians would like any development that would facilitate the war against corruption in the country. We are mindful that the processes involved in this fight are not foolproof. So any measures that will strengthen the administration of justice will definitely be welcomed by the Commission.
Now, in the heart of this corruption probe is the former NSA Colonel Sambo Dasuki, whose property was seized in Malali area of Kaduna State. What message does this action send out to other government officials who have corruptly acquired wealth?
I will not be able to make specific comments on some of these matters as some of the cases are already before the court. So it's difficult to make firm pronouncements on them. But Nigerians should be rest assured that the Commission is doing its bit in bringing people who have violated any law to justice.
So what would you say is your plan for people who have stolen from Nigeria's purse?
I didn't get it clearly.
What will be your major plan for people who have stolen from Nigeria's purse?
Anyone who has stolen the Commonwealth should return it. That's the message that we have for Nigerians. And I think all Nigerians believe in that. People should not, the time has come for us to have it at the back of our mind that the Commonwealth is for all Nigerians, and anyone who violates that and steals the public money should be willing to return it, or else the law will go after them.
Have you been able to identify in specifics more people? As we understand, you said you're going after government officials who stole money. Have you been able to identify them to this time?
I'm having difficulty really hearing you. The line is not too good.
My question to you is, have you been able to identify government officials in past governments who stole from the Commonwealth of Nigeria, as you put it?
Well, we treat each case as they come. You can't say these are the kind of people that steal from government money. Any case that comes to our light, comes to light that we investigate, we do justice to it. Whether it's in the private sector or public sector, any case that the EFCC investigates that touches on the national treasury, we look at it. We don't have like a profile of certain categories of persons that these are the ones that steal from the common purse. No. We investigate. Whatever case is brought to the attention of the Commission, we look at them, and if you are found to be culpable, we do the needful.
Interesting. So what do you expect to see from you at this point?
What Nigerians should expect from the Commission at this point is vigorous law enforcement. As you would have noticed in the last couple of weeks, the Commission has been really busy in terms of investigation and prosecution. Quite a number of cases have been taken to court in the last few weeks, and we are determined more than ever before to ensure that those cases are effectively prosecuted, and at the end of the day that justice is not only done but seems to have been done.
Mr. Wilson Uwajured, the spokesperson of the EFCC, I want to thank you so much indeed for your time and your thoughts on the subject.